The October 2022 game update for Zwift has landed this week and is a little light on, with not many new features this month. However, I'll cover all of those, plus some additional Zwifty related items in today's video. Kicking off with all the details about game update 1.30, which has landed across all Zwifty platforms. Number one is category enforcement and hardware requirements are now visible before signing up for races. In some races, they require you to enter the category that you should be in based on your previous performance. Let's just say you're an A grade racer, you're not going to be able to enter B, C, D, or E. If that's the case and you can't sandbag, little icon will be there on screen. Same deal if there's a requirement for you to have either a smart trainer, power meter, or a heart rate monitor. To try and weed out those, well, let's just call it what it is. It's filtering out Z-Power riders. If any events that you're doing have those restrictions or requirements, look for the little icon as shown there on screen, which can be a little confusing because that little icon typically indicates the people are a flyer. Anyhow, that's the icon they've gone with. Next up, there's a new event-only route in Innsbruck for the Continental qualifiers for the 2023 UCI Esports Cycling World Championships. I don't believe there's a route badge for that one, so probably nothing we need to worry about unless you're in the top echelon of racing on Zwift. They've improved the reliability of joining a pacer group or a pace partner ride, something I've never had problems with. I've always just joined Coco and away we go. Next up, when you are with a pace partner, you will see the drops multiplier up on screen tick along and increment every 5 minutes from 1 by, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, etc. up to 2.5. Now, after you hit that 2.5 multiplier after around 40 or 50 minutes, previously it dropped back to 1 by multiplier. The Zwift update here indicates that it will stay on 2.5, rewarding you for hanging with that pace partner for around 40 to 50 minutes onwards. I think that's a welcome change. If you're hanging out with a pace partner that long, you shouldn't be dropped back to 1 by. There's been a few comments in the forums too that people are saying it's only reaching 2 by. So whether that's a bug or whether it's meant to be 2 by, not 2.5, either way, you're not going to be dropping back to 1. There's been an update to the pace partner group cards on the main screen to show you the average wattage they're doing, not the instantaneous or point in time wattage. Now, pace partners will change their wattage or watts per kilo based on the terrain they're on. So they'll put out a little bit more up a hill, a little bit less down a hill. Now, in the past, it was skewing the cards a little bit, indicating the pace partner was going a little easier than the average or a little harder than the average. Now, they show the average. Zwift also lists that a new font family has been introduced for better functionality in-game. Areas of the game that require smaller font sizes will use a slightly different font better suited for its size. Now, last month we saw the periscope be replaced with the periscope with handles, which I believe is called a number 1. Now it appears they've changed a few little things for other fonts, so good to see they're taking some feedback on that for better readability. There's also some updates here where roads didn't match, and there's some smoothed out avatar transition between the drops and in the hoods. So that's what's new in-game this month. As I said, not a lot to it. There's a few things that have been planted with this update that will be coming soon. I believe they call them feature unlocks. So do watch for those. Okay, on to other Zwifty related news. The Zwift HUB Smart Trainer. Now, aside from legal action being filed against Zwift and Jetlack, there have been no firmware updates since launch on this trainer, so I have nothing to report there post my review and deep dive analysis of the data of that trainer. If a new firmware does come out for the Zwift HUB, I'll be back on it, performing exactly the same tests, and we'll do a follow-up review. If you're looking to buy a Zwift HUB Smart Trainer and you keep logging in and seeing they're always out of stock, Shaderbug over on Twitter has created a little Twitter bot that will let you know when stock becomes available. So at ZwiftHub_avail, I'll put a link in the video description below to this Twitter account here, and it will pop up with notifications when stock becomes available. So we have here EU stock, there's a 12-speed available, US stock, there's 11-speed Zwift hubs available. Also remember that the free hubs on all these are always the same. So if you're looking at a 10-speed and only 11-speed are in stock, you can still order the 11-speed, remove the cassette, put your own cassette on, and away you go. Staying on the topic of smart trainers, the Kickr 6 has a firmware update this week to address reliability issues with the Direct Connect protocol. Firmware version 5.0.12 was released on October 17th. The official changelog says fixed stability improvements, but people in the forums are reporting much better stability with Direct Connect. Something I didn't have any issues with here in the Llama Lab testing initially. However, out in the field, people were having a few small issues and they're reporting better reliability. So that's all good. And finally today, October 31st is coming around very, very quickly. Zwift will always do something for Halloween. So be sure to join your favorite pace partner bot on October 31st to join in with the fun. Alrighty, so there we are, the October 2022 updates for Zwift and some additional Zwifty information. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up. As always, hit subscribe to support this channel as well and be alerted of new content. Thanks for watching.